Have you ever wondered why a simple hug can make you think about someone all day? It's strange, isn't it? How something as quiet, as quick, as normal as a hug can carry more weight than 1,000 words. But the truth is, a hug isn't just a gesture, it's a conversation, a silent one, between two energies, two hearts, two unspoken truths. And yet, most men completely miss it. They hug without presence, without depth, without meaning. They miss the magic that moment holds. But what if you didn't? What if your hug made her feel safe, seen, remembered, even long after you've gone? This isn't about being romantic or slick, it's about being aware. Because when you understand what a hug really means, when you embrace with your energy, not just your arms, you unlock a level of connection most people never even touch. So, do you want to keep giving average hugs? Or do you want to learn how to leave a lasting imprint without ever saying a word? If you lost your voice today, could your hug still speak for you? Think about that for a second, because long before we ever spoke a single word, we touched. Before we knew how to say, "I love you," or "I'm here for you," we communicated it with a gesture, a hug, a hand on the shoulder, the warmth of skin against skin. And that's what makes a hug so powerful. It's not just physical, it's a language of its own. And in a world that often screams too much and listens too little, a hug can be the most honest thing you'll ever give. The warmth, the pressure, how long you hold it, how your body aligns with hers, every detail tells a story, one that she feels more than hears. You see, women don't just notice these things, they remember them. Have you ever hugged someone and felt like time slowed down for just a moment? That's not just chemistry, that's presence. But here's the kicker. If your hug is rushed, cold, or disconnected, it doesn't matter what you said before. Your body just told a different story. So let me ask you, what story are your hugs telling? Because the truth is, attraction isn't just built through clever words or perfect timing. It's built through how you make her feel in the quiet moments. And a hug might just be the loudest silence she'll ever remember. If you want to connect deeper, start here. With the kind of hug that doesn't just touch her body, but touches something she didn't even know needed healing. And once you understand that a hug can speak louder than words, the next lesson isn't about how to hug. It's about how to listen to one. Because not all hugs are created equal. Some are light, like a breeze passing by. Others shake you to your core, like you've touched something deeply real. Let's start with the friendly hug. Quick, light, and polite. Maybe she pats you on the back like a casual hello. Most men rush to label it, "She's not into me." But that's not always true. Sometimes that light touch is just her way of testing the space between you. It's not rejection, it's an invitation. Can you read between the lines? If you hold that hug just a moment longer, staying calm, grounded, and present, you're sending a powerful message back. I'm not in a hurry, I'm here. And that simple act of presence can open a door you didn't even know existed. Then there's the hug that's a little tighter, a little longer, the kind that says she's comfortable around you. Maybe not romantically involved yet, but safe, at ease. This is where you do nothing, except stay with her in that moment. Let her feel that you're not just there physically, but emotionally too. Because here's the truth, the quieter the hug, the more it's saying. And the real question is, are you paying attention? What does it mean when someone doesn't want to let go? That lingering hug, the one that lasts a few seconds longer than expected, isn't just about attraction, it's about trust. It's her way of saying, "I feel safe with you." In that moment, your job is simple. Don't rush it. Don't be the first to pull away. Let her energy guide you. If she holds you, hold her right back. If she breathes slower, match her rhythm. If she leans in, lean in too. Just enough to say, "You're not alone." And here's something most men miss. You don't need grand gestures or perfect words. A light hand on her back, a gentle squeeze, the stillness of your breath sinking with her. These are the moments where connection is born, not forced but felt. This is where attraction quietly transforms into emotional intimacy. She may not remember everything you said, but she will remember how she felt in your arms. Did she feel safe, seen, held without pressure? That's what makes her think about you long after you've walked away. So, when the moment comes, will you be the one who rushes through it? Or will you have the stillness to stay, long enough to matter? There's a kind of hug where everything else disappears. Have you ever felt that? Her body rests fully against yours. Her head gently tucks into your shoulder or neck. There's no rush, no tension, just presence. In that moment, you're not just holding her, you're holding her vulnerability. This is not a casual hug, it's a surrender. She's saying, I trust you enough to soften, and that is sacred. Don't move too quickly. Don't break the spell. Breathe slowly. Be still. Let her feel your calm, your confidence. If she tightens her arms around you or presses closer, it's her heart telling you, I want this to last a little longer. And what you do next will stay with her. Because in a world that often asks women to stay guarded, to stay strong, to protect themselves, a moment like this is rare. When she lets down that armor, even for a few seconds, honor it. Be fully there. No thoughts of impressing her. No anxiety about what's next. Just you and her in a stillness that words could never reach. This is the kind of hug that lingers in her body memory. It becomes a feeling she can't explain, but can't forget. So ask yourself, when the moment comes, will you just be a man holding a woman? Or will you be the place where she finally feels safe enough to exhale? A hug doesn't start with your arms, it starts with your awareness. You could have the strongest arms, the perfect timing, even the smoothest words. But if your emotions are scattered, if your mind is somewhere else, she'll feel it. Because a woman doesn't just feel your body, she feels your energy. Are you present or are you pretending? Are you truly with her or just going through the motions? That's the hidden truth most people miss. A hug speaks from the inside out. If you're anxious, if you're holding back, if you're wearing a mask, she won't need to ask. She'll know. But if you're grounded, if your breath is steady, if your heart is open, she'll feel that too. That's why emotional intelligence matters. When you're aware of your own emotions, you're able to tune into hers. You'll sense the shift in her breathing, the tension in her shoulders, the softening of her grip. And that's when a hug becomes something more. It becomes a mirror, a reflection of mutual presence. So before you reach out to hug her, pause, check in with yourself. Am I fully here or am I trying to impress? Am I connecting or performing? The energy you bring to the hug is the hug. And when that energy is real, calm, open, and sincere, it creates an emotional imprint she won't forget. What if I told you the strongest thing you could do is allow yourself to be seen? These excellently is common. In a world where men are told to be tough, silent, and guarded, vulnerability almost sounds like weakness. But here's the truth, it's not weakness, it's courage, and a hug is one of the most vulnerable things you'll ever do. When you open your arms, you're opening your chest, your heart, your space. You're saying, I'm here, without armor. But real vulnerability goes deeper. It's not just physical, it's emotional. It's allowing her to feel what's really going on inside you, without hiding, without pretending. That's why the most unforgettable hugs are not perfect, they're real. When you stop trying to be impressive and start being honest, something shifts. She relaxes, her guard drops. She doesn't just hug you, she meets you soul to soul. And suddenly, that hug becomes more than closeness. It becomes trust, intimacy, memory. So ask yourself, can you stay in that moment without reaching for control? Can you let her feel your presence without needing to fix, impress, or perform? Can you let her see the man you are, not the mask you wear? Because in the quiet of that embrace, that's where the real connection lives. In the end, a hug is never just a hug. It's a message, a moment, a memory in the making. Every time you wrap your arms around someone, you're not just closing distance, you're opening a door. A door to safety, to understanding, to emotional resonance. The world doesn't need more people who know how to touch. The world needs more people who know what their touch means. And when you hug with intention, with presence, with vulnerability, you become unforgettable. Not because of what you say, but because of how you made her feel. That's the kind of man that lingers in her heart. That's the kind of moment that doesn't end when you let go. So now the question is yours to carry. The next time you hold someone close, will you simply hug them, or will you leave them changed, even just a little? If something in this message stirred something in you, don't let it fade. Hit that subscribe button so we can keep exploring this journey of connection together. And if this video reminded you of someone, or something you've felt before, Share it. You never know who's quietly waiting to be seen, to be held, to be understood. Until next time, keep turning inward. Because sometimes the most powerful changes begin in silence.